for joining me today. We are going to talk about what it's like to be a pastor's kid, because a lot of people don't know what it's like to be a pastor's kid, and I think that we're perfect and that we can't make any mistakes and blah, blah, blah. And that's not the case. Being a pastor's kid is such an popular subject because so many people have opinions on what a pastor's kid should be, what a pastor's kid should look like, what a pastor's kid should act like, and all this other stuff that just makes, look at my wings, that just makes no sense. I've been a pastor's kid for almost all my life. I've experienced a lot of things that have made me, either want to pull my hair out or just completely not want to be Christian anymore because of the treatment that I've gotten because I'm a pastor's kid. Being a pastor's kid, being a pastor's kid doesn't mess up your mentality, but it completely challenges the way you think about everything. I remember growing up, being a pastor's kid, I'm going to say that a lot because that's what the video is about, but being a pastor's kid, I wasn't allowed to dress a certain way. For those who know me, you guys know I love wearing black. I'm wearing black right now. This is black. I love black. Black is my color. Black is lo que yo tengo adentro, so that's why I love black. It represents my heart. But being a pastor's kid, I got judged a lot for the way I dressed, for the way I talk, for the way I do my hair, for the way I talk to people, for my friendships, for the kind of friendships that I've had. Because as a girl, apparently I am not allowed to have a guy friends without being known as Jezebel. So that's fun. But my mentality towards how I saw the world was that everybody was automatically super against pastor's kids because they wouldn't allow us to be human. And I'm talking in experiences to me and my family. All of my cousins are pastor's kids. Obviously my siblings are pastor's kids. So we can relate a lot to each other. But one of the things that I remember growing up a lot is we were put on a pedestal. And being on this pedestal, you were not seen as human. You were seen as perfection, which would be nice, because if I was perfect, I wouldn't have the skin, I wouldn't have a double chin, and a belly that I like to call Philip. Because if I was perfect, well, I wouldn't have any problems, but that's not the case. But I remember just being put on this pedestal, and everything I did was judged and was looked like. It was annoying, because I couldn't make a mistake without getting judged or without automatically being condemned to hell, and it was the most annoying thing ever. Until this day, not everyone, because not everyone is like that anymore, but a lot of people that I've come encounter with will do that to me still. It just got me really bothered, just annoyed me like crazy, because I would get mad. You don't, as a child growing up, you want to be normal, you want to be able to do things that everybody else is doing. And I understand that as Christians, we are called and we are set apart to do things differently. But because we are called to do things differently, we are set apart to do things differently. I'm going to say this, a lot of religious people will take that idea and they will run with it and they will judge you for every single thing that you do. I remember growing up, there was this one specific lady who called me a Satanist and a Gothic because all I did was wear black. And now this was a time when I was just learning makeup. And so my eyeliner was super heavy. And she told my mom, she goes, "You shouldn't let your daughter dress that way. You don't know what you're inviting into your house. Look at her," and passing on judgment. And at the time, I was around 13 years old. And I got annoyed, and when I heard that, I just got so angry because from a kid till this age, every single thing, imagine constantly everyone is judged every day, but imagine being judged online, imagine being judged behind your back in a passive aggressive way, and then imagine these people coming up to you saying, "Oh, we love you, we love the pastor's kids, they're like part of our family," and blah 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 blah, and then they give you the kiss of Judah because they know it's not true and they want to betray you after. That's exactly what I felt, and that's exactly what as a family we went through. And it's hard when you're a pastor's kid because you want to be friends with so many people, but because they don't understand your lifestyle, they don't understand how you do things and how you live and how you work, they constantly judge you. And we would also get mistreated a lot by a lot of people. The things that we've heard about us as kids, as a family, there have been a lot of rumors that have gone around, and I just sit there and I'm like, you guys know me so much better than I know myself. I wish I knew me like y'all knew me. And I don't let it get to me because to me it's so funny. I'm like, y'all can keep on talking and keep on saying what you want, but y'all are just jealous of this highlight. But that's exactly how I thought, and that's exactly how I still think now. Like when people want to talk about us, about how we're like so, you know, creídos, y porque como hijos de pastores nos creemos tan alto and all this stuff, like they make like these comments and these like they send things towards us, and I'm always like, be careful of what you say, because at the end of the day you're gonna swallow what you end up speaking out, especially if it's not good. I just hated, you know, always having to feel like I had to look behind my back because if not someone was good. By the way guys, whoa, focus. There we go. I blended in quite well today, but that's exactly what it was like. People didn't treat us like humans at all, and sometimes they still don't. They are like, oh, you know, usted es la hija del pastor, usted tiene que actuar de esta manera, usted tiene que hacer esto de esta manera, usted no debería estar hablando con ese muchacho, usted no debería estar haciendo, and they start like, you know, making all these comments, and it gets annoying and it gets aggravating, and you just want to blow your nose on their shirt. That's what it makes you want to do, and that's exactly what annoyed me so much. And so people have this concept that pastors' kids are the worst of the bunch. Pastors' kids are the worst of the worst. Pastors' kids aren't even Christian and all that stuff. And half of the time, the reason why we're like that is because of you. Is because of the judgments that you have passed to us. It's because of the things that you have said about us. And every single time someone talks about us or someone puts us in the bad light, it does get to us. At some point it will get to us, and at some point it's going to tear our self-esteem down. It's going to tear our love for ourselves down. And we're not going to want to come to church. We're not going to want to be around people who constantly judge us. Where the Lord teaches us in the Bible that the church is a hospital. The church is the place where whoever is sick goes to get healed. That a church is a safe haven. That a church is a place where you can feel loved. And when you don't receive that, you don't want to be there. And thank God that, I'm not saying my church is the best. I'm not saying that other churches suck. But I've gone to so many churches where I visited where you just feel that genuine love, you know, you just feel that judge-free zone. You just feel this compassion that they have towards people. And I love going to places like that because that's what a church is supposed to feel like. And thank God that the Lord Jesus Christ has slapped my father with a spiritual revelation, because that's something that my dad has always synergized with the people around him. That's something that he's always connected. That's something that he's always brought out and almost in a way covered and hugged people with that mentality, with the Christ mentality. Love one another like you love yourselves. I would not, if I had kids, I would not want to be that mom to be like, your daughter's a whore, your daughter's gonna be pregnant because she's a pastor's kid, and because look at what she's doing, look at what she's dressed, and then a month later or a few months later have that happen to my kid, that everything I said about another child is happening to my kids. That's something that I wouldn't want to go through. And so I've learned from other people's mistakes where I'm like, they want to talk like that, they want to judge me in that way, go for it, do it. But me as a person, me as a human being, I'm not gonna settle down and do exactly what you want me to do. I'm not gonna sit here and do and make it seem like you had the right reason, when at the end of the day, my trust is in God. My trust is in Jesus. My sins are in his hands. My transgressions are in his hand, because even though I've sinned so much as a human, not as an angel, not as a perfect person, as a human, I am allowed to make mistakes because I am not perfect. And that's what I love about God, is that he loves us because we are not perfect, because we are perfectly imperfect, and that's exactly why he loves us. And I'm gonna be making more of these vlogs just so you guys kind of get the gist of what it is to be a pastor's kid. So if you do go to church, you don't automatically judge them, because you don't know exactly what that pastoral family is going through. You don't know if that child is going through depression. Yes, pastors' kids are allowed to feel depression. We are allowed to fall, because at the end of the day, we know that we are humans, and we know that at the end of the day, Christ will always pick us up. So we are allowed to be human. We are allowed to live and let live, and we are allowed to love and let love, and we are allowed to just be God's children. That's the best thing. And I hope this video gave you a small window into my lifestyle, into my beautiful, wingful life, into my life. Comment down below if you are a pastor's kid, and if you've gone through experiences where you just feel like nobody loves you because you're a pastor's kid, because there have been times where I felt like that, and I don't like it. But look at this double chin making an appearance. And it happens. It does happen. And focus, focus, focus. I hope this video was very helpful to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be making more what it is to be a pastor's kid hopefully next week. I'm gonna try to figure out a schedule to post videos. Oh, look at my Redskins pajamas. But the only problem is that I'm working 2 jobs, and in these 2 jobs it gets really busy. So I wanted to make a YouTube channel, not to make money. I'm lying. Yeah, to make money, because as a broke college student, you need all the help you can get. I also make these videos just to have a place in I guess you could say like a sanctuary where people can come and make comments and feel like they can feel free and not judged. So that is the purpose for this channel, like I've stated in my first video. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Not for me, but for my dog Maximus.